You're now tuned in to Flavor in Your Ear. Flavor in Your Ear.
And what I realized, and I think what it made me look at things differently today when I talk about like ideas or how I used to post stuff, and then people would take, it's so much stuff that I could post on so many levels, music, movies, and all of that. But I can't even remember what I was about to say.
That's okay. That's what real talk is. You gonna have everything ain't gonna be lined up like you want it to be because we ain't scripted here. It's okay. It's okay. Take your time, breathe a little bit. You didn't had a fire conversation, so please take your time, man.
What did you ask me? You had asked me something. What was you saying?
No, I'm sorry. I'm laughing way too hard right now. I was asking you just about the future and working with you further, and that
I don't mind coming back all the time
you have so much more to talk about.
I do podcasts. Like I started doing this to kind of get my feet wet, because when the first speaking engagement I ever did, I went for a school career day. I was going to be supportive of somebody else, and God was like, "Oh, psych, you man, your booty job," because they was like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you come over here and talk to this class? We have a class for you." And I was like, "Okay." So I have a lot to share, and I make time for stuff like this because my goal is really to impact other people. I don't care about all of the money, the fame, and all of that. My goal is to really do as much as I can to help as many people as I can. One of my things that I've written down is that I want to help 100,000 people. I recently changed it to I want to help 1 million people. But my goal is to be a resource for people to take their lives from one level to the next. So if I can help support you in your business, which in turn helps somebody else, then I've done my job. But I'm not a supporting cast. I'm like the person behind the scenes to make things work, to help you make sure that you're doing what you need to do. And, I thrive off of that. Like I could do my own thing, but my goal is to partner with other people so that I can provide. Because in order for me to talk about stuff, I need somebody to spark my brain to be like, "Oh, I got something to say about that." Because I don't I'm not making videos just to be like, "Well, I ain't got nothing to say today," but no, like normally, I have like right now I have over 180 episodes on Speaking Freedom TV, and I just talk about different subjects. I still have over 400 episodes that I can post. Normally I get in my car and I done heard something on the news or heard something on the radio or seen something on Facebook, and it just won't leave my mind, and my mind just keeps it, and I just be like, you know what, instead of talking out loud to myself like these people can hear me talk about what I'm thinking about, let me press record, and I'm gonna press record, and I'm gonna just say, and this is how I feel about this, and this is the reason why I think like this. And then sometimes I give biblical references, sometimes I give life experience references. Like I was in church for 6 years. I went to Mace's church for 6 years, and I'm only saying his name because he Mace, but I really did. I was an usher there for a very long time, and I learned a lot. I call that the dark ages because I stopped watching TV. I wasn't going out. I mean, I smoked a little weed every now and then, but I was like, I cut out so much to where I didn't feel like it was like I literally call it the dark ages. So now I've been through all of that. When I got married, we didn't have sex before we got married. We didn't kiss before we got married. Our first time was really our first time. Guess what? I still got a damn divorce. That don't work. I bet you won't do that again. Now got me the first time. That don't happen again. Next time, I'm jacking. I'm dang on fornicating, whatever you want to call it. I'm doing it because I tried it your way anyway.
You got me laughing too hard right now. You got to chill.
I went through that. And every experience, it just taught me a little bit more. So, with all of these things, I've always, since my mother tried to kill me, I've always felt like if God allowed me to go through all of these things, it got to be to help somebody else. Because there ain't no way my mama tried to kill me and I ain't supposed to help somebody learn from that damn experience. Because that's something deep. And I just started feeling like that about everything. Like, God, you got to be, this got to be for a reason. There ain't no way you get me going through all this stuff and it's not to help somebody. So I dedicated my life to helping people. When I got divorced, in the pending of me getting my divorce, I remember being in Kansas at my mom's house where my mom and her boyfriend lived at the time. And I light a candle, be in the bathroom, taking a bath. And I would sometimes be in there just crying like, God, whatever you want me to do, I will do it. If you take care of me, I'll do whatever you want for free. Whatever you got for me to do, I will do it. Just don't allow me. My only prayer is let me have fun and don't let me get devoured by the hand of the enemy. Those are my only two prayer requests. But whatever you, and then, so now when I be thinking about things that seem outlandish, I'll be like, all right, God, if you want me to do it, you know what it's like. You know, like, we got this thing going on. Like, if God take care of me, then I'm going to do whatever he want me to do for free. Like, if I ain't got to pay for nothing, then why am I making somebody else pay for something? And then I kind of feel like, I don't want to prostitute my gift. A lot of people, they act like their gift only works if somebody make a payment. Spirituality don't work like that. Right. You can't put a coin in the thing and now, oh, God is speaking to me about you. It don't work like that. In order for me to be able to be somebody's spiritual advisor or to really talk to somebody, I have to be drawn to that person. So, and then when I'm drawn to you, then God shows me what I'm supposed to do to help you in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion. Now, I do not believe that any encounter is by chance. The same way that God brought me here and you ended up talking about your daughter and then I said something that could potentially help you. I believe that every time God allows me to encounter somebody, it is for a purpose and a reason. So I am a vessel when I'm in situations like this. It may not be something that I recognize that you need, but if God uses me to help you while we're in this situation, then I call myself a vessel. Literally, when I first started IG, that was my thing, Kaci the Vessel, because my goal is to just be a vessel to God. Like, this body is just the body. My soul is impacted and encompassed with the Spirit of God. So it is I feel like it's my job to be able to help people. Like, that is my job. My life is based around and centered on being able to help people.
And there's no way that I can formulate words to like this, how you elaborate and just the realness and genuineness and when you speak and everything like that. Like, there's no editing or no music I put in the background or no catchphrases that I can like put in this to people that's real, people that understand. And I think people that know me because I'm passionate about what I do as well, they'll know just when they hear your voice out. So it's like, you make me want to do video just to show, like, because I've been like, I was trying to do baby steps to this, right? I was like, oh, I'm going to do video later on when I get confident. But like, y'all can see her, right? Like how confident she is, you know, how much she radiates the conversation. I've been engaged in this conversation. We like, I usually like tell somebody.
Probably way over time.
There's no overtime here. That's what I told you too as well. Because, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to split it up into segments because of the historical researchers. People's attention span's a little bit shorter, but it's cool. We'll break it up into 20, 30 minutes an episode. It's okay. But just, I don't tailor good content, right? If you're having a conversation and it's real, that's too business oriented for me. And although I do understand business, I'm in school for business administration and things like that, I still have my own touch of things, right? Like there's a way, there's a way, you know, like in the military, it's a waiver for everything. You can get a waiver for goddamn everything, right? So like, look, I ain't telling this to an hour. I don't care what I put on Pie Match or whatever it is. This ain't telling to this if the conversation is going and I feel like it's meaningful content. So I really I don't know how much I can say is I really thank you for being so transparent on the first time we talked and yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you in the future. I really support everything you're about. I really can relate to it personally. The humility, like you super humble, and people really underrate the humility, about it. I know as well, being a African-American Black woman, mom and all stuff like that. Like I've learned, I'm a little older now, so I've learned that it's not easy. It's a lot of struggles that you all go through, and just being a woman in general, right? Like I'm not undermining my brothers and my men out there. Yes, we have a different path and a different struggle, but I've never lost sight of the struggle and the path that women go through, right? And the fact that you can come here and inspire somebody else, and you sitting here, smiling and being transparent and being like real, like I just feel like it's underrated. And I really hope that my podcast, to whether it's to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, listen, like somebody here is like, man, like these are people that I really genuinely feel needs to be more promoted than somebody who just projecting for like a like or projecting for like a listen or something like that. So I'm going to definitely push and promote every guest I have. I feel like I bring them to like a team, like I'm like, look, this is a conversation of one of however many, but I'm going to literally embrace whatever movement it is that you're doing, whatever it is you're trying to do. I'm going to embrace it like it's my own with the time, whatever time I'm given that God gives me to be able to put focus on that. Yeah, I'm going to promote it like it's mine, and that's what and at the end of the day, whether we just one person or 100, I feel good when I go to sleep at night, like, this is me. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, confidence is something they say, oh, confidence is and that, but cool. I'm really like confident in the fact that, like, look, I embrace the mindset, I embrace the position and the transparency. And like I said, I was looking at you, I was reading, like Steve Harvey be looking at his his little cell phone, like, oh no. This is definitely not one episode. I was like, the fact of the matter that she put all this as things that she could talk about. I was like, man, I said, I hope her schedule ain't this super packed. I said, but look, I have to compartmentalize this. I said, because like, this is a real good, very good experiences that the only way we're going to do better in this world for our kids, for anybody listening, is telling people your experiences. Like, there's no handbook. There's no YouTube video. There's no TikTok. It's going to tell people, but people register the things that you talk about. And I hope when the people listen to the stuff you talk about, they're going to be like, yeah, man, like I really, my relationship was like this and like that. It's not going to be the same, but it can like, look, we all human beings and we all use our experiences to, be better people. And I feel like you definitely you are a prime example of going through the mud and coming up and actually making something. I hope you're proud of that. Like legit. I hope you're really proud of that.
I appreciate you saying this. So like literally, I'm in therapy. And I always tell I promote going to therapy. I've been in therapy since I got out of the military. And it is a very great way to talk to somebody who, even if they judge you, they ain't judging you. You know what I'm saying? They can't judge you. I mean, they probably think something.
A little bit, but whatever.
They see so many people, you be in there one minute and somebody else the next. So, but I always tell my therapist, I'm most proud of myself. I really do love my mindset. I really do love who I am. Like when I listen to myself, when I look at myself, how I carry myself, my integrity, all of those things. But all of those things came from life. All of those things came from experience and things that taught me lessons on how to move. But I always tell my therapist, I have experienced enough things to be a very mean, vile, and nasty person if I wanted to be. But I don't want to be. Like, I enjoy being pleasant. I am not going to allow anybody to rob me of who I am now. There was a time I was a lot meaner. There was a time.
But saying that, like, I know everybody has those moments where they're like, I could be an extreme bitch right now. Because, like, this... Man,
it can be justified too.
Yes, it can be justified. Right.
But I just people treated me mean growing up. I remember people because I used to fight and I used to be in trouble a little bit, but my grades was always good, so I didn't care. but people used to always be like, ooh, she bad. Don't let her around your kids. You know what I'm saying? They would always prejudge me. And I be thinking like, now look at my life now as I kick myself up. Y'all thought I was the bad influence. Now y'all kids on drugs, in jail, and everything else. I'm the person that they should have been following while they was trying to follow the. You know what I'm saying? So it's refreshing to be the person I needed when I was growing. That's how I look at it. Like, I needed something. I needed somebody that could hear me. I needed somebody that was going to be real with me, because a lot of people are afraid to talk about their experiences. A lot of that, what goes on in this house, stay in this house, keeps people in bondage. So when you see a lot of people now that is dealing with trauma and dysfunction, and a lot of people are called narcissists when they are really just surviving. They are using the survival skills that they had to gain in order to maintain, to get to wherever it is that they think they need to go. And until they know that it's safe, they're going to always use those survival skills. But there is a person up under the person that you see, that their innocence was robbed. Somebody treated them bad here. Somebody did them wrong there. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? And as those things happen, you build layers and layers and layers of defense mechanisms. And somebody else did something. Oh, well, I'm not doing. And then and as you keep building those layers, you lose yourself. And the fact is, you're losing yourself when you don't know yourself. And I say that because from grade school, from the time you're born until 18, whatever somebody tell you to do, you're supposed to do it if they're an adult. You haven't developed who you are individually as a person. And then normally you already have a boyfriend. You already trying to be in a relationship. So you 20, you been with this boy or dating these people, and you still taking on what everybody else wants you to do, because when you with him, you got to act like this, or if you're around these people, you got to do this. So you always trying to put on everybody what everybody wants, and you guess what? You still don't know who you are yet. So then, as you continue to grow, the more stuff happen, the more shit you put on, because you're just trying to survive. Now you in this world by yourself, and you're dealing with these people, you're dealing with these things, depending on where you at, what city. It might be a whole different host of issues that come with that. And then you don't even know. Now you somebody else that's based on somebody that you didn't know, and you never really got to know who you were when you was 10 years old. The person that you were when you were 9, 10, that's who you really are. Everything else after that is who you had to become to survive when you get put in a situation. Like the other day I was thinking about, it's been so many situations to where, well, I was staying at this person's house and they tried to touch me. So I stopped going over that person's house, but I also start moving different, because now I know I got to protect myself in this way. I remember it was this one, I had a group of friends. Their grandmother used to stay across the street from me. And we used to go over to one of the friends' house, and her brother would come into the room and try to rape us. Like literally would come in and wait until we go to sleep. And I used to sleep with my legs crossed. Like I would lock my ankles so that he couldn't that taught every time that I went through something that made me pivot and change how I carried myself around certain people, it taught me something. So now I'm not moving like that. Now I don't have, but those trust issues don't come from everybody doing you right. Trust issues come from somebody did you wrong that you thought you could trust. You realize you couldn't trust them. And now I don't trust nobody that does either that thing, or I don't trust anybody at all, because that person was supposed to be somebody that I could trust, that wasn't supposed to hurt me, and they hurt me. So if they did it, everybody would do it. And it's easy to come to that experience and come to that understanding if all you've done is been hurt, in Black communities especially.
Right.
It's a lot of repetitive hurt, and it's name calling, it's, you know what I'm saying, fighting, it's picking, it's all of these things. And then a lot of times what people don't account for, because a lot of people like to talk about slavery and all of those things, and they talk about it from a Black experience. But I also understand, because I study psychology, that even the white people that had to watch their relatives kill people, they are affected too. That's not natural or normal. They have issues too. The things that we see from Karen and all of these people, that is not normal. Those are a result of the same way that we've been programmed and conditioned to think less of ourselves is the same way they've been programmed and conditioned to think a certain way. So a lot of people don't realize that the bad part is not just on us. They experience that.
That's true.
Killing
that's so true.
From being in the military, killing somebody, it has an effect on you. Being involved in certain things, it has an effect on you. And that repetitive effect from being even told you can't like them. If I catch you around them, then we gonna do something to you. That in itself will build a certain type of emotional resistance and fear and anger and all of these things built up. And most of them people don't understand why. They don't know why. They have the slightest clue. It's just what somebody told them to do, and then that's it. So now they believed it. So it's almost like religion. 50 years of religion. How many people really life got changed and they really get what they was believing for in religion, like going to church? But they still do it out of repetitive nature, and they don't even realize ain't nothing changing in your life. You just doing the rigmarole, and it's the same thing. So a lot of times I studied psychology because I was I got into it, and then it was like intriguing because of my life experiences, at a young age, and understanding myself and why I'm the way I am. And then the more I got into it, it helped me understand other people's behavior patterns. So literally my book, Spiritual Human Behavior, is more about behavior patterns and how to recognize things and how to change things than anything else. Because we have our own set of behavior patterns, but then other people have behavior patterns too. And a person can say one thing, but your behavior pattern will be more telling about who you are than the things that you say or things that you might do once. Because you could do something one time and be like, yeah, I do that, and then you can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a person that steals an ideal or I think Drake got a song to say, you got one hit, now let me see you do it again. Because you can write a hit. Milli Vanilli got a hit, but now Ice got a hit. Now. When you think about somebody like The Game had hits. He ain't got no hits now. He ain't got nothing going now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people that Mace had hits. He ain't got nothing going. Diddy, he got money, but he ain't got no hits right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Jermaine Dupri, the only person is right now. Jermaine, Jazzy Faye, maybe somebody else. I'm thinking of Swiss Beat.
Producers.
Yeah, producer wise, that got hit still. Like some
Timberland, because they make beats.
There are few and far and in between, but like actually like continuous hits, like over the years, just stayed consistent. It's almost like with rappers. You got rappers. Some rappers they had one good hit. Trinidad James. Where is Trinidad James? He ain't got no hits right now.
That was a rise and fall right there.
See, but when you go and you get on real quick and you skip the process, people say trust the process, but people often say that for the wrong reasons. They want you to deal with some bullshit, so they tell you to trust the process. Right. Not because they saying that, okay, so in your process might be different because you called to do something different than I'm doing. So even if you go to somebody and they tell you everything that they did, that don't mean it's gonna work for you because you got something different. Your gift is different. So your path is different. So I could go on and on and on. I guess.
I don't know. It's so hard to. Words are, it's like so many words out there, but it's so constricted for me to be able to express like my true reaction to when I hear you speaking and things like that. I feel like you can help a lot of people. I feel like you do, and I feel like like what you're saying, if it gets to the right ears, it can definitely change somebody's life. I literally like stand behind that. That's key because like I've had a lot of guests, and I tell some guests, I'm like, yeah, you're the best guest I've ever had, blah, blah, blah. I say that, and I really mean it, at the time, but like, there's always somebody comes in like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, like, the community and the dynamic that I'm trying to reach to, right? I feel like you really hit a lot. You hit a lot of like, and I even told you, like, look, I feel like you hit a lot. And I said, man, let me ask her publicly, can we go again? Because like, I feel like you have so much more to share, you know? It's crazy. Like, I really commend you, and I don't, this is not for just the airwaves. I really commend you just hearing your story right here, what you went through and using it, because I'm from Chicago, like I told you, right? A lot of people that go through stuff as a kid, they go out and they go kill, they go gangbang, they go sell drugs, they go do this.
Be on drugs. That's why a lot of people be on drugs. They be going through stuff. And they don't get nobody they can feel they can talk to. They don't get nobody that feel like they understand. So my whole goal and my purpose on earth is to help people feel like, one, that they're heard, they're understood, they're accepted and supported. When I say I want to be all things to all people, people think of that as just the Bible verse, but like literally that's my goal. Like when the Bible say the work is plenteous, but the laborers are few, he's not talking about people that ain't gonna go and cut the grass. He's talking about people that's gonna actually go and deal with the people that really got issues that need to be taught and dealt with. Yeah, because a lot of people, they go through Christian denial in church. That's Christian denial is a theory that when people go to church, they feel like if you just throw some Jesus on there, then everything
is just erased. You ain't like you ain't lying. That's that.
I am white as what is it? And I am white as snow, and the red crimson, and then wash me clean. You still got all that shit that you ain't addressed deep down in the inside that you trying to bury in praise and bury in scriptures instead of the truth setting you free and you addressing what you're going through. You try it's Christian denial. You become a Christian, you think that now I'm a Christian and life is perfect, and people be in church. I used to be like that. Be in church, praising. You praising because your ass is going through, not because you didn't get through. And then people be in church for years and they never gain anything. One, because they giving everything away in the tithes and the offerings and trying to, you know what I'm saying, keep up with that part. But then the other part is they're never able to go out to apply the information. A lot of times in ministries, in church, they don't teach you to strengthen your soul, your gift, and your purpose and go out and pursue. They're trying to hoard membership. And the more members, it's like it no different than people on Instagram trying to get up to get them dollars up. It's the same thing. It's just, church. And it's most times church is not spiritual, even though you have a spiritual person that gets up there and supposedly talks. But if that person is going through something, guess what they're gonna preach about?
That is so. I can't say how everything you're saying is so true. That's why I said, like, I really hope that I can make a follow-up session with you just to speak on more things, because I feel like you're a natural, you're honest, and that is something that needs to be publicized a lot more than what I feel like is publicized in this world. And I thank you for being yourself, being who you are. And, like I said, maybe next time when I interview, you can have videos of people say, like, man, she is smiling through all this, and she is convicted about this, and she is super cool about this. And I feel like, man, like, God really made this happen, for us. Because, like I said, scheduling issues and blah, 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 all the stuff that the devil tries to put out there to make you feel like, oh, this isn't, I don't look at things that way because I know we have life and stuff like that. And I feel like, man, I have episodes before this now that I need to edit, but I feel like, man, I want to put this one to the top of the deck,
You got 2 hours of me. You got about 4 episodes right there. If you.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be split up, of course, because but it's just the fact, like, man, like, I feel like meaningful content, like, there's no limit to meaningful content. So I hope that everybody out there, like, if you all can see, like, the conversation, go out there and get more knowledge. Read her book, I'm going to be a customer as well for her book, because I promote everybody who I truly believe in. And I feel like this was a match made, like, you know, like it was really, really good. And it's something everybody can relate to. So I thank you, Dr. Kaci, for coming out here. In closing, if you want to just shout out just one more time, just how people can find more information on your website, Instagram handles, Facebook, Twitter, whatever it may be, people can go. And we'll also include this in our show notes. Later on, we'll put in our links in our show notes for you all to be able to go to follow her and everything like that. Just, I don't know anybody who wouldn't find value to being in contact with you, because I feel like there's value there personally, but that's just me. I'm built different. So
thank you so very much. So if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Speaking Freedom. That's SPEAKING Freedom. And you can put my websites are speakingfreedom.org, speakingfreedomtv.org, and edu-freedom.org. If you follow me on my Speaking Freedom Instagram, you can find my other Instagram accounts. My Twitter is also Speaking Freedom. Now I do have a XXX Twitter page, but I don't give that out. You have to find it. It's not hard to find though, because I don't like hide the fact that it's Good Head Group and Speaking Freedom XXX page is Speaking Freedom Vegas. Because as a sex coach, I believe that people in general don't learn enough about sex. So it's an overindulgence in porn because of lack of knowledge. And then where people aren't able to be satisfied is because they've been over indulgent. So it's like under and over, and I try to bring balance because even a spiritual person has sexual desires. It's a part of human nature. So I will be starting a Patreon with it's called Speaking Freedom Lounge, and you will be able to come over there and ask questions. And I am going to allow you to subscribe to hear the sexual content. And I look forward to just giving people as much information that I can, because I know that it can be helpful. Even if it's just allowing somebody to think a little bit further or to consider things a little bit different, because sometimes it's not when people beat us over the head with information, it's when seeds are planted that they begin to sprout and grow.
Oh, 100%. So I appreciate that. And this is probably going to be my first guest that crosses over from for flavor in your ear to strictly forbidden flavors. That's my X-rated series. So like you probably gonna be like, oh, both, because like you're so versatile. And that's super cool. I thank you for your time. I thank you for the conversation. I really hope that we work together in the future. Thank you. Like thank you. I hate cliche words, but thank you is like, you know, showing appreciation or whatever. I wish I can reinvent a word to say how appreciative I am of our conversation and how everything went. It was definitely a time well spent. I feel like it was genuine and it was real. And you're going to keep on doing this. You know, like that's why I like, you know, sometimes you strike gold when you get the right guest with the right, you know, type of personality, the right type of transparency. And I feel like she checked all those boxes. So I'm definitely going to endorse promoting you and helping, you know, others hear your voice. Hear what you represent. And you gain one supporter. I always tell people who I support, you gain one supporter already, and that's me. So before this episode's released, you got one at least. So you already got a little bit.
Anytime you want me to come back, just let me know, and I'm game.
And I appreciate that. So all my listeners out there, please go out and engage, follow, support. Support is free, as I always say. Support Dr. Kaci. As you all see, she will be returning for some other episodes, and she's very adept in knowledge on so many things. I feel like she can help anybody, any age, young, old, middle age, whatever you want to call yourself. She can help you out as far as real life experiences, because this is something I endorse. Y'all know, but me, I'm a real life experience person as well. And she has so many layers and so many different aspects to her life that I feel like can help other people. So
now,
thank you all.
Before we go, I do want to say that you're a great interviewer, because I did not look down at my phone or try to scroll not one time, and I am I feel like I got ADD sometimes because I be like, it's like I need to scroll. So I appreciate you for having me, and I really thank you for taking the time to listen and for really complimenting my gift, because it's not me, it's what's in me, and I love to express that.
And that's great. That's great closing. I appreciate the humility and the thanks, and all that. It's in her. That's what I'm saying. Innate ability is something that's just so, it's beautiful, and that's what makes, like I said, 8 billion people in the world. That's what makes that one person just different. And about the case, I really, really, really thank you. I really, really appreciate the conversation. I can't say that enough. People like, oh, he's repeating himself. He's getting old. Fuck y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. I will overpraise instead of underpraising. I will always live by that code. So you all know. Hey, thank you all for listening. Be sure to follow, subscribe, support to her. I will have all of her links in the show notes. I'll gather those after we wrap up this segment. We will see you all in the next one. Peace and love. Whether you're in the morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world, I hope this episode gave you something that can help you make it through the next day. So we thank you all so much, and we will speak to you all on the next one. Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode. Please leave an honest review, subscribe, and share. Listen to us on all platforms. Follow us and ask questions on Twitter at Marques Podcast Mailbag. Follow us on IG at Flavor in Your Ear Podcast. And like our Facebook page, Flavor in Your Ear Podcast. For exclusive content, info, special offers, and free entry into our monthly giveaways, send your email address to flavorinyourear247@gmail.com to join our email list. If you're anxious, we have a snippet following our next episode's topic. Peace and love. You're now tuned in to Flavor in Your Ear. Flavor in Your Ear.